This podcast is brought to you by the following sponsors. Your San Diego County Toyota dealers. We've got what it takes. Fix Auto. Corky's Pest Control. And Lolita's family of restaurants.
Tommy Morris, Christian Pedersen, Coach David Ring here at Kansas at Baseball and Softball Academies, where hitters are made, talking about playoffs.
That's right, baby, playoffs.
Almost caught the microphone there.
Although this bracket's boring.
Oh, yeah, super boring.
Can we just summarize this bracket? Tell them what bracket we're talking about. Do your
Division 2. This is Division 2 bracket we're going to talk about in this video. We've got a video for each division, so watch all of them and then send it to all your friends. Then they'll email their parents who will send it to all of their friends, and then a lot of people will be watching our videos, and that's a shameless plug. So we're going to do the first 2 rounds today, and then we're going to come back later in the week and do it in pieces of 2 rounds. Was that an adequate explanation?
Can we just summarize this round? San Marcos.
Okay, all right. So that's Christian's, and he's out. So the first games that we got to talk about, we're going to pick the game, and then whoever they're going to have to play. It's going to be Santa Fe Christian hosting Mission Hills. Winner of that goes and plays the team that just made Christian walk out of the room. It's San Marcos. I've got Santa Fe Christian here, and then I got San Marcos in the next game. I'm pretty sure you have San Marcos.
I've got Mission Hills winning that first one. SFC just had too many ups and downs for me this year. And also, I love rivalry games. So how about a San Marcos Mission Hills game in that second round? That being said, Mission Hills is going to wind up in a blender, courtesy of San Marcos. Jacob Bloss and company, they're going to win another D2 title.
I like Mission Hills. So SFC. It's like KFC.
Yes, there you go. There you
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
with an S instead of a K.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I like the season that they've had. I do think it's Mission Hill's time to shine. For some reason, that's how I'm making my picks today.
We've all got our reasons.
And like you said, San Marcos all the way to the championship. I don't see them losing any games.
Yeah, they're about as sure of bet as any team in this play. They are the sure bet of any team in this playoffs.
Of all the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So.
Of any playoff, of any sport that has happened, this is the most.
Oh, I can't wait for them to lose. Anyway, not because I don't like you, but just because it'd be really funny. Okay, yeah, sorry. The next game we're going to talk about, number 5, Point Loma hosting number 12, El Camino. Winner that gets to go all the way out to Ramona. Give me Point Loma twice. I think they're going to win the first game. Then it's a tough trip, but I think they're going to make that trip out there and win that second game.
Give me Point Loma in the first one. I like everything that they've done this season. They've taken all the right steps in my mind to become a much better, more solid, more toward what we know Point Loma to be, a classical baseball powerhouse. That being said, this Ramona team that they're going to face in the next round can hit with the best of them. They mash the ball a little bit. So I see a high-scoring game in that second one, but I think Ramona moves on ultimately.
I'd say if any team can win these 2 games, it's Point Loma. They've got the pitching, Michael Sardo, Andrew Johnson. These guys have pitched really well for them this year. So, like I said, if any team can do it, they've got arms for both games. I don't see them beating Ramona. I do see them getting past El Camino, but Ramona is strong. They're like the Yankees out there. They got all the good players on that team.
Yeah, that's definitely a rebuild that worked very quickly for Ramona from last year to this year.
Yeah, they're studs out there.
All right. Now we go to the bottom half of the bracket. We got number 6, Otay Ranch, playing 11, Patrick Henry. Winner of that gets to take on Montgomery. I'll go Otay Ranch first, and Montgomery's obviously going to be pitching who they're going to be pitching. I'll let you discuss, but I'll take Montgomery in that second game.
I like Patrick Henry with that first upset. Otay Ranch, I saw them drop a game to Hilltop. I saw them lose a couple games like that you just lose that confidence in their ability to close out games. I think Otay Ranch is a very, very deep, very talented team, but like we've talked a lot about this season is having that senior leadership factor. And I don't say that meaning it has to be a senior leading the team, but just somebody who has kind of been there, done that, telling them, hey, look, guys, let's close it down. Let's finish this game. I think that being said, Patrick Henry will find a way to stay in it, keep it close. Maybe they're coming back in the 6th or 5th or something like that, but I think they'll win. And then Montgomery is a team that we saw play Cathedral really tight and close, and they kind of all ride on the Serta brothers on pitching and hitting. Montgomery is a team that you got to kind of de facto think that they earned that first round bye, they earned that higher seed, but they're a team that's vulnerable. They're a team that if they don't have their A game from the Cerritos, they are very beatable. So that being said, I think Patrick Henry has a shot at both here, but I think ultimately Montgomery pulls out that second one.
Yeah, Patrick Henry played some really tight games in that tournament they won early.
Yeah, they were Lions tournament champs.
I have a feeling that gives them some momentum going into a semi-tournament type atmosphere.
This is tournament atmosphere.
You know,
This is playoffs, baby.
totally.
This is win or go home.
I don't really see them getting past Montgomery. Montgomery's going to pitch really well. I just have a feeling that it's Montgomery's time to shine also.
Yeah, I think we're seeing Montgomery
Too much
versus
pitching.
Scripps in the final, or not Scripps, versus San Marcos in the final.
Yeah.
All right, so here's why I don't agree with that.
Okay, lay it on me.
We've got the next batch of games. It's the 7 seed Westview taking on the 10 seed Steel Canyon. Winner of that will go ahead and play Santana. This is where this debate that nobody agrees with me on. I would pitch Mercado in that second game, but no one's going to agree with me on that.
You're saying, just for the people that aren't
Right.
fully dialed into who Mercado is, Westview's pitcher Michael Mercado, who beat Rancho Bernardo this year, you're saying hold him out in that first round game, wait till Westview plays Santana.
I like rolling the dice. I mean, I think that the point of the tournament is to win it, right? So the best way to win it is have your best pitcher against, hypothetically, probably the best team you're going to play, being Santana, unless you get to the finals. So I like holding him out and roll the dice, try and win that first one without him. That being said, they'll probably throw him. So I got Westview in that first game, and then that second game I got Santana, and I think Santana could sneak up on a certain team at the top of this bracket named San Marcos. So but that's in the future.
I think Westview definitely that first game. We have unfairly boiled it down to just being the Michael Mercado show. They've got a team. They've got a whole team. Like they've got at least 9 other guys on that squad,
Yep.
and they beat Rancho Bernardo as a whole team. So I'm going to label Westview as my loser bracket champs. I think that they win the first game. I think they lose to Santana, but then I think that for the rest of the time, we see Westview ending people's seasons out of that loser's bracket and then being somewhere in the semis or the finals.
I think it's funny that they're the number 7 seed in this bracket. I mean, with the
Would
team.
you just give them the de facto 2 seed
I
after
think-
beating RB?
I think they're a lot stronger than the 7 seed. Obviously, they've played some good teams this whole season. I do see Westview pitching Mercado in the first game to get that momentum going into the second game. And Santana's playing that hot hand with Noah Nunez. They've pretty much won out the whole second half of the season.
Yeah, they did a really impressive job in league playing some big games.
Yeah, totally. So, I mean, this is, to me, it's the most fun baseball that I've had to kind of guess who's going to win. And I definitely
God
gonna
bless
see me out of
CIF
these games.
for picking an eclectic bracket here.
Yeah, right. This is going to be fun to watch for sure. So I've got, like I said, I've got Santana beating Westview, but I've got Westview moving on and playing tough baseball
Love
for
it.
sure.
All right, so that's our Division 2 podcast, videocast, whatever you want to call it. Again, there's one for each division. Watch all of them. Tweet at us, specifically at Christian. Just blow up his inbox. Just tweet him a bunch of stuff because he likes that. Especially when you don't agree with him, he likes being tweeted at. There he is. We'll see you guys in the next round.